Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Anime Villainous Tournament Arc of 2024. It's your boy, Chaos, here with the second semifinal match of the tournament. This time we're going to be seeing Egg go up against Lark, our defending champion of last year, versus the People's Champion, the only non-team member still in the competition. And whoever wins this one is going to be going up against our QA lead, Butter King, for this year's title of Tournament Arc. So without any further ado, let's get into the game. And here we are with the second semifinal match. Lark is going to win the dice roll in his match against Egg. So we're going to get to see him ban first, which he is immediately going to ban Dio, which I believe he's done every single game the whole way through, as expected of him. And then Egg is going to ban Light. Understandable. Lark is incredibly good with Light and had a really good showing with Light, I believe, in his round 2 match against Ascended One. Lark is going to play Orochi, and Egg is going to play Cell. A battle begins classic. Whoever could have predicted that Egg would choose Cell for, like, the 9th time in this tournament? I believe Lark is going first here, so he doesn't get a mulligan, but going first will give him a pretty nice advantage of getting to, you know, go before Cell can start his fate pressure. So I imagine we'll probably see Lark, unless he has an incredible Tanzaku turn, probably going to one of his fates to immediately try and block Arena, because the sooner he can slow down Cell's fate pressure, the better. It's kind of how Orochimaru, it's like almost his win con in this matchup, I would say, is that Orochi needs to slow down the Arena fates long enough to really get himself set up, and then while Cell is stuck in Imperfect, he can make progress much faster. And so we will be seeing Lark go straight to Forest of Death, throwing down the 4 Violet barrier and then gaining one from Forbidden Experiments, and discarding Kabuto. Yes. No one respects my boy Kabuto but me. And we're going to see an immediate Android 16, not the best Arena cover, but a decent one. Egg can only clear that if he's got something good to get the kill on. Thank you for moving that up a little bit. And is Egg going to do it immediately? He is going to go and absorb and kill 16 immediately. Just get him right off of the board ASAP. And then Lark is not going to follow up with another Fated Otogakuri. He's going to go to Tanzaku. Probably has a decent hand to be playing right now, if I had to guess. He's thinking really hard about what he's going to play, or he's trying to figure out exactly what hand sign order he has to do. Would have been really nice to have Kabuto to get Kabuto out here, able to kill a Sanyan on command, use his ability to do stuff. Just saying, just saying. Oh, he's got Kimaru and Jirobo, which is, like, one of the strongest combos of all time. And he's also going to throw out a Poison Kunai and put it on Jirobo. Make him very capable of big discard and power gain from Egg here. Make him very capable of dealing with a Sanyan in multiple ways. Ooh, that is a bad first fate. He's just going to use Sasuke's ability to shuffle Lark's deck back into, discard back into his deck, which means I'm going to have to see Lark discard Kabuto again, which is going to hurt me on a personal level. Getting rid of White Snake and Reinkar here, and then throwing out Kitamaro just to get a lot more coverage. This is a very strong start for Lark. And then getting Vegeta on Arena. Very strong cover, assuming that Egg hasn't already drawn his way into Special Beam, which is really what Egg is going to be wanting to see right now, is a Special Beam cannon. He's going to go to Ginger Town, throw down an Appeal to Pride. It's quite possible that Orochi could be doing some clashing, and then another big discard. Trying to get through his deck really quick, find the androids, and probably get to Special Beam or anything else that can help him deal with Vegeta. If he can start getting some fates out, there's a chance that Lark could end up triggering Appeal to Pride, but given his current layout, I don't think Lark would be looking at triggering it anytime soon. And here we're going to see Trunks go on to Carnival. That's going to block the gain 1 and discard there, which actually does really hurt for Cell. He really likes to use that discard before getting to the androids and putting them at Carnival himself. Egg deciding to go to Arena or Carnival. He's going to go to Arena. He did get Special Beam to open it up by taking out Vegeta, which gives him back his top fate. Very useful right now. There's Jiraiya. Jiraiya's basically doomed to die to Jirobo here, but it will cause Lark to use Jirobo, which is, you know, useful. The only way you can get an Orochimaru who's in a good board state like this back into a bad board state is to play enough heroes that Orochi has to use up all of those resources he's set up in the first place. Lark is going to go straight to Konoha, and he's just going to immediately use Jirobo to kill Jiraiya, I'm thinking, is what we're going to see here. He probably has some allies in hand, might even have Manda specifically. Oop, I just hit my mic slightly. Sorry if that made a weird noise. Ooh, Lark's playing first. He's doing a killing intent. Is he going to try and get Jiraiya low enough to just punch him? Oh, and he's using 4 Violet Barrier? Playing a killing intent and then using 4 Violet to get Jiraiya to 2? What is he doing? He can't move 4 Violet and Jirobo. What is happening? I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. Lark's time is still going. Okay, he is doing the move in Clash, which gives appeal to Pride. I don't know why 4 Violet was moved, but it also does not matter. There's nothing in Orochimaru's deck that makes it matter where 4 Violet Barrier is at, so that's fine. And the appeal to Pride is going to move Trunks over to Ginger Town to open back up the discard at Carnival, very strong, and then immediately getting another Sannin. I say another, Tsunade is the only other one. It's Orochi, Jiraiya, and Tsunade. And then getting Android 17 out. Okay, okay. Lark still has a very strong territory set up here. He doesn't have Sealed Coffin out yet, though. And Egg has cleaned up his territory fairly nicely. He can kind of afford to just let Trunks sit at Ginger Town for a while. And now he's got 17 out. So it's looking pretty good for both players here in terms of board state. And Lark isn't going to go to Odo here. He's instead going to move Jirobo in position to kill Tsunade. So he's not going to be getting a Fate. He's going to be doing some discarding and then just throwing down Tayuya to get another ally out. He is going to put Tayuya also at the Forest of Death. And that's his turn. Back over to Egg. Are we going to see an arena turn? 0 power arena turn? Maybe a disappearances? Ah, region. Even better. Gain that 4. He doesn't need to clash this turn. And then he's going to time machine probably an absorb, if I had to guess. Indeed, it will be. Wants to get those back ASAP so that he can weaken down 17. He really needs to get to semi-perfect as quickly as he can, because it will be... Oh, I didn't see the Fate, sorry. Naruto and Sarutobi, he's going to cover Odo. Lark can open this at the cost of Kitamaro here and actually use a... He could, like, really clean his board here if he really wanted to. It'd be weird, though. He is going to kill Sarutobi, which is going to cost him Kitamaro, and to keep Kimi, he needs to discard 2 cards. He might have options. Oh, is he changing his mind about killing Saru? Did he realize that his hand signs are too good and he can't afford to discard whatever it is he has in hand? Not sure what Lark is doing here. He's definitely thinking hard about it. It's possible that he could have the Sealed Coffin, and he's worried about lowering his ally count before getting Sasuke in play. Indeed, he does. I think that's exactly what his worry was. He wants to get Sasuke in play before he starts cleaning, especially because he has a Poison Kunai ready to go. Egg is not going to be happy about this. Going to get a -1 on Android 17 with Absorb, get some power back up. As I was saying earlier, it's very important for Egg to get to semi-perfect, because semi-perfect makes it a lot easier to hold Arena open, and you need to be able to keep some pretty good Fate pressure on Orochi to really keep him down. Egg debating if he wants to use a Shuriken. If he Shurikens here, it's probably just for Kimimaro to make Sarutobi unkillable at the moment. But Lee is also a major pain to deal with. Putting him at Odagakuri. It does stop Lark from opening Odagakuri while going there on that same turn. I feel like leaving Tanzaku open with this board state might not be the best call, but keeping Odo shut down is also fair. Putting Lee at Konoha, it stops Jirobo from moving Tsunade out and then playing Sasuke, I guess? You know what actually probably really happened last turn is that Lark realized Sealed Coffin was his matching hand sign, and so to have used Kimi, he would have had to have ditched Sealed Coffin, and because he hates playing Kabuto, he wasn't willing to do that. There's the double discard. He's going to use Kimi plus Kimi. This is 2, 4, 9. He's going to use 4 Violet to weaken Lee down so he can easily clash with him later. Then just a full Fate. Yeah, he's short 1 strength for being able to get Sasuke out here, unfortunately. He's deciding to replay Kimi to the Forest of Death. Time Chamber and Cell game, so yeah, probably just a Time Chamber. Get 17 healthy again and also buff Trunks up. Probably what he really wanted to see there was, I mean, mainly Goku, but also Piccolo at Arena could have been pretty good. We're going to see Egg go over to Arena, throw down a Cell Jr. And another Cell Jr., getting that Cell Jr. ready to kill Trunks down the line. That Cell Jr. just to protect Arena. Sakura and Dead Demon. Dead Demon is pretty good here. Sakura is annoying. I don't know about putting her at Odagakure. Let some Fate and Clash on a coming turn. Honestly, if I was going to play Sakura over Dead Demon here, I would put her at Tanzaku probably, but to be real with you, I think I might Dead Demon here. There's a decent chance of having like Manda in hand, or Sakon and Ukon even. He heard me say it, and Lark like does not like any of these turns without playing a card. Every single, like, he can go here and gain 3 and then like reposition to Yuya or something if he wants. But this is a terrible turn for Lark. It's already a bad turn, and it's even a worse turn if he happens to have something really good in his hand, like Manda, or... I mean, a Poison Kunai would be, like, a pain to lose here as well, because a Poison Kunai lets him get Sasuke and set up some more strength loss on Sasuke. I don't think we've seen Sakon and Ukon go by yet. They're very good. Is he... Okay, so is he going to play a card here, like a Poison Kunai, to get to 10, and then activate for Sasuke, and... like, keep Dead Demon for 1 extra turn? Honestly, I don't think it's bad. I think putting another Kunai on Jirobo here, or even putting it on Kimimaro, actually. Probably putting a Kunai on Kimimaro here and then activating out Sasuke would... I think that would be a pretty strong play, all things considered. Lark is thinking really hard about it. And he is going to go to Konoha. He's spending 2... Oh, he's playing Sakon and Ukon, actually. So he can do some movement. He does get to clash with Lee here, I just realized. I forgot about that part. But Sakon and Ukon gives him enough to play Sasuke, and then he gets to clash Lee and get Lee out of there. Honestly, I feel like... Nah, you should take the easy kill when you have it, instead of letting more recovery missions and other, like, stronger heroes reshuffle. I was thinking Lee's annoying, like, at Odagakure and Forest of Death, so maybe you leave him, like, there, because he's no threat there, but he could get recovery missions. That was... That thought was stupid of me. As soon as I had that thought, I was like, oh, would that be a good play? And then I was immediately like, no, it wouldn't be. We see Egg playing Disappearances at Carnival and then going for his Fate. He's going to get Gaara. Gaara is very, very annoying here. Going to do some major repositioning, put Sasuke over at Odo, move Kimimaro away from getting any kills, and then also covering Tanzaku. Just a really, really bad setup for Lark here. I'm not sure what Lark is going to do on his turn. I feel like he has to go to Odo to try and cover Arena because he, like, Goku is coming up, and I think Senzu Bean might also be coming up. There's the Dead Demon loss. He is going to go to Odo for a Fate. Another Time Chamber with a card that does nothing. I mean, getting Android 17 up to 4 and Trunks to 5, anytime you get a hero in... Cell's territory to 5 or higher, that is a major pain. But also, Lark really wanted to cover Arena here, I'd think. The real question is, will Egg go to Arena, or will he go to Tropical to try and maybe gain some power, do some other big plays? Honestly, I feel like with this board state on Orochi, this is where you should really, like, go hard on getting a, on trying to get, like, I think Jiraiya hasn't passed. Or no, Jiraiya was early. I don't know what this last card is. I think it's a recovery mission, which could be very annoying. We're going to see Egg throw down Android 18, and then maybe, yep, going to throw down a multi-form and get a -1 on 17 here. So both androids are out. That puts 17 back to 3 strength and 18 to 4. Lark has really got to get his territory back under control and clean this place up before... Ooh, this is interesting. I think Lark immediately realized that he can't do what he wants to. He wanted to do the Vanquish on Tsunade and then activate Sasuke over, but he won't have enough strength. He'll only have 8 strength of allies. He needs 10. He can only activate Sasuke here if he does it while Jirobo is still in play. Honestly, I wonder if there's a world where he puts Sasuke at Tanzaku here and then does it. He's going to do the kill on Tsunade. So he's not going to be activating Sasuke, and he's going to go ahead and put the -1 on Sasuke. Probably move Kimi over to Forest of Death. Yep. Get him closer to Gaara. This is a very less than ideal board state for Lark right now. Piccolo here isn't too bad. Oh, what happened? Oh, he's not at a Fate. Yeah, I think Lark thought that he was at Forest of Death for a second there. Happens to the best of us. Appeal to Pride and a Recon. Kakashi was the last one who wasn't out. This is a good time for Kakashi to hit. Probably, I was about to say, just take the -1 off of Sasuke here. Just to undo it. I wouldn't really do anything else, to be honest. Was he choosing Kakashi instead to cover Forest of Death? I wouldn't... No, I don't know about that, because Kimi is there. Now he just gets to go to Odagakuri, kill Kakashi, doesn't lose any power to it, and gets to put Kimi where Gaara is. Yeah, I think the recovery mission was a better play. Or if you're going to play Kakashi, at least play him to, honestly, probably Konoha, just to block it up, or even to Odagakuri to, in case Lark ever gets Sasuke off of there. Losing Manda here really hurts. He's going to put Kimi at Gaara, yep, and then he gets to Fate. Goku? Tien. Tien's not too bad here. There's a decent shot that it stops Egg from fading, but with the Cell Jr. here, it's quite likely that he has a way to still use the Fate. Yeah, he's got a perfect barrier. That'll let the Cell Jr. kill Tien and open him back up. He's just going to throw down another Recon. And then Naruto and Recovery. Yeah, Naruto Forest of Death is pretty annoying here, I would say. Lark is going to go to Tanzaku. He really just has to gain some power at this point. He's going to discard a bunch of cards. Discarding cards, you gotta... Just think of all the activates you could do with Kabuto that would allow you to get the cards you need. There's Bug Drone for 1 Recon, so one of those Recons goes back into the Shuffle, so does the Explosive Coercion. Then the second one triggers, and he has to pull until he gets an item or an ally. And he gets a Cell Jr. Didn't actually lose anything super important there. I think he actually got rid of cards he doesn't really want to see right now. So that was, all things considered, a pretty good Recon turn. Now, what is Egg going to do here? He's going to go to Tropical Island. He must not have anything he can really do at Carnival right now. He's going to throw down Supercomputer for 2 to Carnival, so he can use it to do some moving next turn, and that'll be that. Lark is going back over to Konoha. Probably see a Gaara kill here, if I had to guess. He's debating moving Sealed Coffin or not. Don't think he has... If he had kept Kabuto in his hand, he could play Kabuto and activate back out Sasuke. Or activate Sasuke back over at the cost of the -1 on him. But honestly, Sasuke sitting at Odo right now is a major pain for him. He's going to get a Curse Seal on Sasuke. He's going to throw down a Subjutsu. That's what he needs right there, is a Subjutsu, which is incredibly, like, guaranteed to go off as soon as an android dies. two minus tokens, incredible. Yeah, so he should be at, that was Killing Intent. Yeah, so he's at -3. All right, Lark has gotten himself right back in a really good position, especially with Substitution Jutsu here. Ideally, he'd like it to proc on this coming turn so he can put Sasuke right back to Konoha. I could see him... He's going to use Tuyuya to move Naruto? Interesting. Fair enough. I could also see him doing it just to, like, flip Naruto or flip Gaara. just to get Sasuke literally anywhere other than Odo. Egg is going to go over to Arena, set up another Cell Jr. for defense. Really doesn't want to be triggering the whatchamacallit right now. The sub-jutsu. There's Lee at Forest of Death. That'll keep that locked down for a little bit, unfortunately. Could see Lark get a kill on Gaara here. Oh, I see why Lark did it. If Egg hadn't gotten a hero out there, he could have... No, he wouldn't have been able to kill Naruto, because he would have had to have put Naruto at Odo. I don't see what he was doing there then. I guess he just wanted to clear Forest of Death to threaten it being open. I mean, depending on Lark's hand signs, I feel like this is an Odo fate to try and get Goku, because I still believe we haven't seen Goku yet. He's one of these 3 cards. And then kill Gaara. He's going to go to Forest of Death and gain 1. Is it possible that he could get 3 plays here? Does he have a Forbidden Experiment play? Ooh, he does. And this is going to let him punch Lee as well. And then get a knife on Kimi. That is a very, very good turn. Very good order of hand signs for Lark there. Gets a -1 on Sasuke. Gets a, like, delayed -1 on him. Very strong. And then we see the Appeal to Pride, and I think Egg just chose not to use it at all. He's going to go over to Carnivale. Move over the multiform, start weakening down the androids. Lark is starting to really get some momentum back, so Egg really needs to get one of these androids dead ASAP. Pretty weak fate, all things considered. Sakura's annoying enough. Doesn't really do anything, though, because Kimi can still kill Gaara. Yeah, decomposing, I think, is way better here, because it forces Lark to have to sacrifice Kimi to use him here, which I highly doubt. I'm a little surprised Lark is throwing away killing intent here. Very interesting. Because he's already got Sasuke at -4 with a curse seal out. If he can just rush his way to getting Sasuke, like, off the board entirely, he could really speed through this before Cell can manage his showdown. Lark is still going to go to Odo and do a Fate. There's Goku, finally. Yeah, I don't think there's any way that Egg can uncover Arena this turn. He's going to go over to Ginger Town, gain a huge amount from disappearances, which is great, and then just do some discarding. Indeed he is. That substitution jutsu is about ready to proc. Lark doesn't really have a great target for it, although now, put himself at Forest of Death. Could potentially get Sakon and Ukon over there, I guess? He doesn't really want to move Sasuke there is the thing. But if he can just open Odagakuri, he'll be in a much, much stronger position. Especially when Forest of Death is open right now. I think, on this reshuffle, have we seen, is Sarutobi, Tsunade, and Jiraiya all in here? I think Sarutobi and Jiraiya are. Tsunade might be, I'm not sure. We're seeing Lark discard White Snake. He's not going to get Sasuke down fast enough anytime soon. So he just needs to draw into, he needs to draw back into his allies after his reshuffle so he can set his territory back up a bit. I think he's looking to see if he can really do any plays right now. He is going to discard a Shed Skin, Mr. Satan, and Senzu Bean. Well, at least it means it's unlikely for Mr. Satan to get pulled by Cell Games, which is nice. The longer Mr. Satan is out, the better for Lark, because it means he can't pull him anymore. But that was a very unfortunate fate. It looks like Egg is probably going to kill 17 here. He's going to weaken down Goku so that he's now in range of Special Beam. There's the Absorb, so he's going to be able to punch 17 after his fate. Yeah, there is Tsunade. I think they were all in there. Tsunade just back to Forest of Death makes a lot of sense. Although, Lark is going to be able to flip himself in Kimi, which I think is exactly what's going to happen here. The substitution jutsu is going to proc, and then Lark is going to flip Tsunade and... Or not Tsunade. He's going to flip himself and Kimimaro, and then he can go to Odo, kill her, Fate, and get the hit on Sasuke. But we are going to see Android 17 die, which is going to get Egg into semi-perfect, so he now gets to draw 4 cards, which he hasn't done yet, but he will in a second. I feel like Lark just flips himself in Kimi here so that he can go Fate punch Tsunade off of Forest of Death. Yeah, exactly. So that'll be a really strong Odo turn for him. And that does it for Egg's turn. That's exactly what we're going to see here. And then he'll be able to reposition Kimi right back at Tanzaku to try and deal with Gaara, or he could leave him at Forest of Death, to be honest. He's going to put him back to Gaara, which makes sense. Sasuke only needs 3 more strength to go. Android 16, and he's going to put 16 right at Carnival just to pretty much guarantee that there's no way Egg can get to perfect here. Definitely annoying. Does he have Special Beam? Or another Cell Jr.? Oh, he has a Perfect Barrier. That'll do it too, yeah. Then the Cell Jr. can kill Goku. And what are we going to have after this? Egg debating if he wants to play another card, I think. He does have one card play left. He played a Cell Jr., or he played Perfect Barrier to use the Cell Jr. to get Goku out. He's going to throw down an Appeal to Pride. Always a useful card to just have sitting around. Especially Orochi. Not a constant clasher, but Orochi really enjoys when he can get a clash off, so it happens fairly often. Jiraiya and Sarutobi together, I thought so. Honestly, it might have been worth going for a multi-fate there, but I don't know what that last card was. But he's just going to have Jiraiya sit at the Forest of Death. Lark can actually kill him with Kimi for Violet over here, but he wouldn't accomplish, like, anything else if he did so. Instead, he's going to go to Tanzaku. His hand must be pretty lame. Just... Lark... I know what a lot of you are thinking. Lark's really good at the game. Maybe discarding Kabuto is right. I'm not saying you should always play Kabuto. Kabuto isn't a must-have. But Kabuto is really good. I think right here, discarding Kabuto is fair. He doesn't really have a good opportunity to play Kabuto right now. But earlier in the game, I feel like he could have found time for it. Having a 4-strengther who gives you the ability to say these two cards with the same hand sign suck, give me Manda or give me Kimi or give me Sealed Coffin or whatever is really useful. Okay, Egg decided to multi-fate there and pulled the Shuriken to weaken Kimi. I didn't even realize he had moved yet. And then we're seeing a double Kamehameha, a 6-power Kamehameha to get rid of 18 and 16 here. Has a high chance of getting Tien, I think, which will keep him at Carnival for his next turn. And getting to use his discard as well, because he did a Kamehameha. It wasn't an end-of-turn clash. Very, very strong move from Egg. There's Cell games. Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, and then Krillin did not get the Tien. I think Tien is one of these cards in here. Yeah, Mr. Satan is a tropical island. Good place to put Gohan. I probably would have put Gohan at Carnival, maybe, myself. Piccolo is good at Carnival, too, though. The easy-to-kill Krillin at Arena, because he needs to get rid of him fast. And that will be Egg's turn. What is Lark gonna do here? He is definitely in a bad spot, and he needs to get back some control really fast. Jiraiya is going to make it difficult. He might have Manda in hand. It's possible he could play through Jiraiya to play Manda, weaken Sasuke, and kill Jiraiya at the same time, but no, he's going to Konoha. I imagine Lark just hates how many turns he's had to take at Konoha this game. It's not something Orochimaru loves doing. What are you gonna do here, Lark? It's really hard to predict what an Orochimaru is gonna do if you can't see the hand. Oh, he's gonna play Jirobo. And then move Jiraiya into Kimi, and then maybe use both of them to kill Jiraiya? It'll clear up his territory a bit more and get him set up to be able to kill Gaara again, but it'll let him reset Kimi's strength. Assuming he has 2 matching hand signs in hand to make use of Kimi's ability. If his matching hand signs were Jirobo, he wouldn't be able to. Oh, he's gonna activate and pull Jiraiya over to Odo. How did he... No, he has to activate again to be able to move Sasuke again. The hero ends up where Jirobo is. So he just moved Jiraiya from Forest of Death to whatchamacallit. And then he's gonna move... So he just did all that to move Sakon and Ukon to Forest of Death, I guess? And then he's losing Manda again. That's super unfortunate. That is going to reset Kimi. And he's just going to leave Kimi there, so... Did a little bit of repositioning. Good to have Sakon and Ukon on Forest of Death instead of Odo, because they were, Sakon and Ukon were doing nothing at Odo other than having their ability available. We're going to see a special beam to kill Krillin immediately. Could use that Cell Jr. way over there to punch Trunks. Oh, we're seeing an instant trans... I was wondering what was happening. Instant transmission on time machine to choose self-destruct. So, self-destruct for either Gohan or Trunks, I guess. Or he could do it Trunks Vegeta, leave the Cell Jr., move it later. Recovery mission, just to get one more off of Sasuke. Which means he has 3 strength to go. How did he get to -6? Did I miss when he went from -5 to -6? I think I missed it. Which is my bad. Back over to Lark. He's going to Forest of Death, finally getting to use this top fate, so he can get some nice double fate pressure on Cell here. Huge discard, does not like his hand. And then on the fate, double crippling blow. That is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate pull. I think that last card was Tien, which would have definitely been annoying. We're going to see Egg go over to Carnival, keep up the fate pressure himself. He doesn't want Lark to be able to get his bearings and move on. Lee at Forest of Death is probably best here. Lark will finally have the opportunity to kill Gaara, but killing Gaara isn't going to do a whole lot here when Naruto's already sitting there anyway. Then moving over the multiform, this will let him punch Piccolo at the end of his turn. Oh, and an instant transmit to go right back over to Gohan and get a -1 on him. Yeah, then just punch Piccolo. It's looking pretty good for Egg right now. This will trigger... I didn't realize the substitution was played. This will trigger the substitution. Oh, he's thinking twice about it? Maybe because of the substitution? He's playing a recon instead. No, he's still doing the multiform move and killing Piccolo, which will trigger the substitution. Switching over Kimi and Sasuke to finally open up Otagakuri. This is exactly the kind of break that Lark needs right now to be able to kind of take this game back, potentially. Because now with Odo open, he's got way better power gain. He can use 4 Violet Barrier to weaken Sasuke. Having Odo open right now is crucial. He's immediately going to hit Sasuke with it to get him a little bit weaker at the cost of 1 power. He's going to get Tien and Goku. Probably Goku here. You don't really want a Tien while he's at Carnival right now. I don't think there's any way Egg can open that from Goku right now, not with only 1 power, which is very good for Lark. He needs a breather here, basically. Here's the instant transmit turn. Oh, he can do it with the Cell Jr. Okay, yeah, actually, he still could, right. I forgot that Cell Jr. was still sitting over there. I was still surprised he didn't just punch Vegeta with it. Playing an Explosive Coercion for 0, and then getting Dead Demon and Sarutobi. Probably Sarutobi back to Otagakuri. Don't let Lark keep it. Really wants to keep that covered at all costs. Yeah, it's looking really good for Egg. He's in a really strong position. Lark is having a horrible time getting control of his territory back. His Manda timings have been terrible. The fates against him have been pretty good. I think even the weakest fates that hit him were fates that annoyed him, like when Sakura came out or a decomposing hit or whatnot. Still caused him some major problems. Could maybe see Lark gain some power at Tanzaku here and try and get a hand that will give him some way to kill Sasuke. I mean, he's going to go back to Konoha again, actually. Why move 4 Violet Barrier? That does nothing. Yeah, move Sealed Coffin. That makes more sense. So now he can get some power back if he weakens Lee. Could see a Killing Intent or something similar on Lee here, because he can't Killing Intent Sasuke right now. Oh, did he just use 4 Violet? I guess he just used 4 Violet there. Spend 1 on 4 Violet, gain it back on 4 Violet. Gets Lee into Clash range. Although Lark doesn't really have much time or positioning to be able to go to Forest of Death to do that Clash, to be honest. What are you gonna do, Lark? Maybe he's thinking about moving Kimi instead of moving the Sealed Coffin? He'd lose that 1 power he gained. Or he'd have to undo the 4 Violet. He could move Kimi into Gaara and kill Gaara here, which could be pretty useful just for gaining power, if nothing else. Yeah, that is what he's doing. He's gonna go to Tanzaku, actually, this turn instead, and then just do some discarding. Discarding a Reincar, just discarding the Reincar and getting power. He must have a pretty good hand that he wants to make use of next turn. Egg is going to go over to Carnival and regen, get back up to 4 power, which means that self-destruct he shuffled earlier can be used on Trunks and Vegeta at any time. Getting Gohan -1 and then fading. Yeah, recovery sucks here. Recovery sucks here real bad. Honestly, probably put Sasuke at Odo or Forest of Death, either or, to be honest. Both of them are just terrible right now for Lark. This is, as we in the business say, I would say this is Egg's game to lose right now. Although Lark could do something crazy right now. He's going to Odo, actually, just to Fate. What is with my TTS lagging today? Gonna get Android 16. Just throw him on Arena, probably. Could potentially Time Chamber Gohan, but Vegeta and Trunks are... Egg is just waiting to be able to self-destruct them, so he's just leaving them there until he can, it seems like. Hitting them with Time Chambers at this point probably wouldn't do much. And that is the end of Lark's turn. With a Curse Seal on Sasuke at -5, it's very possible that Lark could actually, if he has, like, the exact right hand, he could add Forest of Death. I think Whitesnake is still in his discard, though. But he could potentially, like, get the kill on Sasuke. It's just unlikely. We're going to see the Cell Jr. play to Mr. Satan, use the Vanquish on Mr. Satan, which doesn't lose the Cell Jr., and then Clash 16, and that'll be the end of Egg's turn, just really clearing up his territory. Doesn't have enough power to be able to self-destruct on Trunks and Vegeta right now. He might also not even have it in hand. Lark has managed to get a lot of power. The problem is even if Lark can get to Showdown at this point, he's in a very rough position to actually clear out his territory. It would take a lot of work. A lot of work, and really all he has going on his board is Kimi +4 Violet. Sakon and Ukon is also very useful, but without without just some allies to throw into hitting stuff like Manda, Jirobo, and Kitamaru was the other one I was thinking of, it'd be really hard. Here we're going to see him move the Sealed Coffin over again, probably 4 Violet on Sasuke. He's going to play Tsuyuya, so now he can kill Sarutobi. He's going to throw out a Shed Skin. There's a Forbidden Experiment to gain 2. That's also going to trigger the Curse Seal, which gives him back 1 and gets Sasuke to -6. He plays his last card, whatever it is. Sword of Kusanagi. So he's got to draw back into Whitesnake. He's going to activate the 4 Violet again to get Sasuke lower. Or not again, activate it for the first time to get him lower. But with the Sword of Kusanagi out, it is very doable for him to get the kill on Sasuke a multitude of ways on his upcoming turns. Or just even use it later to like get rid of Lee or whatnot. We're going to see Egg go straight to Gohan and kill him with an Absorb Clash. And assuming he has Self-Destruct in hand, which I bet he is if he's making this play, he is set up to win on his turn. So Lark has to go to Odo here. He is going to be able to open up Odo, though, at the cost of Tsuyuya, and then whatever 2 cards match hand signs in his hand. And this will let him get Sasuke to 0. He just has to draw... He's going to put him over there. Interesting. He just has to draw the right card. That right card being Whitesnake. The problem is if he doesn't get a Fate here that, like, hard stops Egg, I don't know if Senzu Beans have already passed or not. If he doesn't get something that, like, really stops Egg, I mean, any hero will make it where he can't win by using Self-Destruct, but Lark has no way of opening. Yeah, I don't think this is really going to do it, to be honest. Crippling Blow isn't enough to stop the Self-Destruct. Krillin just buys another turn. But Lark isn't going to be able to... Oh, actually, what Lark can do here is... He can Kusanagi Naruto. It would move Naruto to Forest of Death, but it would open up the chance for him to fade again. I think he kind of has to. Or he just accepts that this game is lost. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to pull it off anyway. I don't think there's any way you can open this. Sasuke is at 0 now, but I don't think there's any way you can open the Fate. So Egg just self-destructs here. Yeah. And then all he has to do is go punch Krillin. I don't think there's any way that Lark can Fate because he didn't use the sword on Naruto to reposition himself. He's just going to gain 3 and end his turn because he knows there's nothing he can do. And that is going to be game 1 for Egg. Even if he had done the sort of Kusanagi Naruto thing, I really don't see Lark bringing that game back. That was That was a very, very rough one. Very difficult. Didn't get many strong fates on Cell in the early game, and got hit, I think, repeatedly with, like, he got, Egg got, like, Sarutobi, and Jiraiya, and Tsunade, like, all back-to-back, kind of. So, very, very rough. Still got Sasuke down to 0, though, just didn't have the kill set up. A little bit of technical difficulties here, but we're jumping back in now. Lark is the starting player again after losing that game, and he's going to ban Cell this time. Not wanting to go up against Cell again after that last game. Understandable. I believe this is the first time he has not banned Dio, so I have a feeling he might be going up against Dio. Egg is thinking very hard about who he wants to ban here, and he's going to ban Orochi, so he's going to ban the last matchup and get a completely new one. Egg has to pick first and then get countered. It's probably going to be Dio, I'm betting. Indeed, it is going to be Dio. I know that Egg plays him a good bit. Sorry about that, another bit of technical difficulties as they were still playing there that I had to fix, but we're going to see Lark go to Yellow Box Warehouse and do a Fate and get Joseph and Fake Death. He's going to put Joseph at Middle East to cover up that second play and Vanquish and discard some cards, and then following that, Egg is going to go for L here on his Fate with complications, so pretty strong Fate to get L out immediately and cover the Warehouse. And then we're going to see Egg do a Trivial Matter. Rubber Soul, Kenny G, and Arabia Fats. He's going to throw down Kenny G at the Middle East. Keep himself 1 power. Yeah, very sorry about that little cut, like, straight into the game at the start there. My Streamlabs had a little bit of an issue. I apologize. But we're good. We're good to go. Everything looks fine, and hopefully another issue doesn't crop up. We're going to see the classic... Lark is going here, gaining 2, moving L to his location, and then using Social Manip to get near his name. Egg is not happy about that and is going to go to Egypt, do a big discard, doesn't like his hand, wants to keep some strong Fate pressure going. What is happening? Oh, did Egg accidentally did he draw up to 4 when Joseph... Yeah, so he should not have had those knives in his hand. He accidentally drew up to 4 even though Joseph was in play. But I think that has been rectified. And then we're going to see him Fate Lark. He's going to get Aizawa. I was about to say probably just Aizawa, restack L at Yellow Box, really keep Lark from being able to use them anytime soon. And then you better draw to 3. You better just draw up to 3. You drew up to 4 again. I think Falca's noticing. Yep. This ability, which we... Whoops. This ability of drawing less card, which we have on multiple villains, is one of the most difficult things to remember in this entire game. I kid you not. I'm awful at it. Ooh, a Found You Dio is pretty good here. He just gets to pick whoever he wants to go on to Egypt, really cover that up. And when Joseph is still in play, it's going to be Avdol, throwing Avdol down, covering up Egypt and the Middle East now. We're going to see Egg go over to the Middle East, gain 3. He's going to do Zaworldol. He's going to do a Trivial Matter. This is going to get him to 3 strength, so he's going to be able to punch Joseph at the end of his turn. And he gets to set up Pet Shop to deal with Avdol later. Very, very good pull for him. That worked out incredibly well. Lark is going to go to Yagami Residence, gain 3. Are we going to see Adjust as Planned? We are going to see Adjust as Planned. Lark's going to get his second name token. It's Watari. And then a Desperate Gambit to gain 2 and get his third name. And there's Watari right now. Shouldn't put Watari there. Yeah, you have to put Watari at Yagami, otherwise he dies. So that Desperate Gambit basically did nothing. We're going to see the immediate Avdol kill with Pet Shop. Followed by a Fate. And he's going to get near here, another name that Lark already has. He's going to hit him with the funny, though, and stop him from fading. And if Lark wants to use Light's Apartment to do any moving, he can't kill near at the same time. So pretty good Fate, all things considered. Lark is going to go to the apartment. Is he going to take the near kill, or is he going to do some hero movement? That is the question. Oh, he's playing Rem and killing Aizawa? Playing Rem to kill Aizawa, then moving over else. That opens back up Yellow Box. And if Yellow Box gets covered in some way, then Task Force is an option for getting rid of Nier. That is a whiff. Does not have enough power to play any of those lads. And then Prison doesn't really do a lot here other than slow Lark down because he has to get some schemes out now. But Lark can use Yellow Box, and even in Prison, he can kill Nier. Gonna see Lark do some discarding. Not looking like an Amnesia game, so he's just ditching that. having to ditch a social manip is very unfortunate, but with prison out, he's not going to get a whole lot out of it. Found You Dio isn't exactly what you want to see here because you don't want to have to put a hero at Japan. But although, since Jotaro is still at Japan, if there's ever a time to put a hero at Japan, it's right now. Now is the time to do it. Probably Iggy. Yep. So just getting Iggy out and blocking that up. Or not blocking it, but making it harder to kill Jotaro, then throwing out a Kira Cult. There's nowhere that Egg can go to trigger this Kira Cult. So as long... Oh, and also the near kill. So as long as Lark drew a scheme, he can get out of his imprisoned on his turn easily. We're going to see Egg throw down Nukasaku and discard some stuff. Followed by a Fate. Matsuda sucks here because, you know, the funny. But Lark does have Matsuda's name, so this just means he's going to get a Yagami turn where he really stockpiles on power, gets to play some stuff, and then kill Matsuda. Hopefully he has a scheme in hand, discarding another copy of Amnesia, playing Ryuk? Oh, playing Kiyomi. Kiyomi with the Shinigami Eye and then killing him. Didn't have a scheme in hand, I assume. Couldn't get rid of the, whatchamacallit, Egg. Is not going to go trigger... I'm a little surprised he's not going to trigger Kira Cult and also do a Fate. He has a World, so he really wants to do major... Yeah, he's decided that doing the huge power gain that Dio does to start having some room to play with is way more worth his time right now. Yep, that will be his turn. Lark still has an open yellow box, which is very nice. There's the Paranoid Prep. That'll get rid of Prison. He's got a Shinigami Eye set up. He's getting extra draw from Kiyomi. Discarding Ryuk, despite his surplus of power. A little surprising. And discarding. Doesn't really need the delete right now. Doesn't have another player card at the moment. Probably either Aura Nukasaku or just play Avdol to Jotaro would be really annoying right now. Or play Joseph, actually. Also fairly annoying. Joseph's a bit easier to potentially get the punch on, but still definitely an issue for Egg. Egg hates his hands, just throwing it all out. Throwing down a Joy and Fear, very likely to trigger. Double Alias, all he can do here is put away a name. I think all of these heroes have already passed, so... Probably Nier or Matsuda would be my pick here. I think Nier is a good one. So, got rid of a name token, but it doesn't stop Lark from being able to move to Kiyomi here. But Lark could also move to Task Force, potentially, just to keep Fate pressure up. Although, honestly, he has Dio in a really rough spot right now. Especially because Jotaro hasn't even moved once. Gets Mogi's name. I think Mogi is one of the characters we've not yet seen here. So, that means that he'll be set up to kill Mogi pretty easily. He's throwing down a Misinformation. And then he's going for a Desperate Gambit. You might get Mogi right here. You got Mello, actually. So Mello will kill Kiyomi, unfortunately. But, you know, kind of worth it to get that fourth name. Lark is halfway there. A Mogi here is going to be very painful, though. Yep, multi-fate Mogi and then just put Light at Task Force is very rough. And then a World. Egg just wants to try and get to 3 here so that he can punch Joseph. Which he is kind of guaranteed to be able to do it with Nukasaku. He's got a Devoted Follower, so if he wants to get to 3, I think he has to Nukasaku here. Or he could even get to 4, depending, if he has a Trivial Matter in hand. He will be getting rid of Nukasaku. And then playing out Menacing Presence. That gets him to 3, so he can punch Joseph. Lets him start drawing again. I doubt Lark is going to Yellow Box this turn, though, so Menacing Presence will not be triggering. Never mind, he's going to Yellow Box Warehouse and triggering it. His hand must be terrible. I mean, I guess where else would he go, really? If he doesn't have anything he really wants to play at Light's Apartment or Yagami. Or maybe he just really wanted to trigger the thing there. No, he just hates his hand. He just wanted to do a heavy discard and draw some better stuff. Egg's going to go back over to Egypt, throw down another Joy and Fear. He is confident that one day it will trigger. Then doing some discarding and going for a Fate, which is going to reshuffle here. What Lark really doesn't want to see is probably Imprisoned. Alias kind of sucks too. Putting away Mogi's name, because Mogi is in play. That keeps him alive. Good idea. Very unfortunate for Lark, because he had a good turn where he could have gone to Task Force and gotten the kill on Mogi. So what is Lark going to do here? I imagine we're going to see a Task Force turn. Oh, did something go wrong? Oh, he just triggered Misinfo by discarding. So Lark is going to move Mogi to Light's Apartment. which opens back up yellow box for him. We're going to see him throw down a Paranoid Prep, along with another Misinformation, and then hit him with a Fate. Star Platinum here is pretty annoying. Not much point in using Aura on Kenny. Egg is going to go back over to Japan. He's going to Fate, which is going to trigger Paranoid Prep. Going to get another Alias and an Accusation. Could accuse Mogi move L, I guess, but like... Yeah, I think the Paranoid, they're making sure they know how Paranoid Prep works. I think the Paranoid Prep stays out of the whatchamacallit, but the cards that Lark discards goes back into his deck. The Paranoid Prep will be in the discard. Could try and do a weird, like, accuse Mogi shenanigans here, but he is just going to go for the Alias, which I think is fair. Got Lark back down to just 2 names. But this does mean that Lark is going to be able to... Oh, we're going to see a Road Roller on Iggy to immediately clash Iggy. This does mean Lark gets to go to yellow box again. This is going to be a heavy Fate game. Discarding Misa. He discarded her and then immediately drew back into her. That's funny. What is Lark playing here? Throwing down Chief Yagami to keep more protection at Yellow Box Warehouse, and then following that, he's going to Fate. Polnareff and Kakyoin. Gonna throw Kakyoin at Egypt to try and slow down this deluge of Fates. Lark is back down to 2 name tokens. He's gotta work hard to get those back fast, as heroes are starting to pile up in his territory. We're gonna see Egg gain 3 and then do an I Can Feel Them to gain another 3, followed by a Trivial Matter. He's going to get Nena, Alessi, and Maria. He's just going to play Maria for 2 and then immediately kill Kakyoin with her, with his Vanquish. Lark heading over to Task Force HQ. He's thinking about it. Gonna gain 3. Is he social manipulating a name? He is just social manipulating a name, and he did get Mello's name, which is very good. Still 2 power ahead of Dio, not yet giving him the Joy and Fears, which is very funny. Both of them are looking to see what this last card is. I don't know what it is myself. It might be another Aura? I think we've seen all the heroes, haven't we? Because Polnareff and Kakyoin got pulled together. I don't think it's a fake death, but maybe it's a fake death. It could be. Egg is going to head over to Japan here. No, he's not. He's going to head to Egypt instead. He doesn't really need power right now, so that makes sense. Going to discard a Devoted Follower, and then Flesh Blood. Or Flesh Bud, sorry, not Blood. He's going to steal Iggy. Restoration, I do believe we saw in the discard earlier. So no worries of that unless it gets hit on the reshuffle. He's going to Fate. He's going to get Matsuda, be able to hit Lark with the funny here, which is very unfortunate for Lark. It means it's quite likely that Egg will be able to go to Middle East and get this kill on Jotaro without any worry of something happening to Iggy. Lark is just going to go right back to Yagami Residence and continue to deny Egg from ever getting this Joy and Fear. This is a very weird light game to have this much power. Oh, he's going to delete to get rid of Mello. There we go. Open back up Yagami Residence, and then throw down a Patient Plotting. So Egg is immediately going to go to Japan in response. He does not like that at all. And he gets an imprisoned, or Watari, but probably just imprisoned here. Very unfortunate for Lark. He does already have a scheme in play, though, so it should be very easy for him to get rid of. Gonna see Egg get Devo the Cursed here. That's 7 strength. Jotaro is at 9, right? Yeah, so 2 more strength needed to kill Jotaro, or he has to get rid of the Star Platinum, one or the other. Lark can very easily get a Fate here and play out some cards. He's got plenty of power. He can also move Matsuda off of Yellow Box, which will be very strong for him. Lark is going to throw down Kiyomi. Finally got her back after that unfortunate Mello incident way earlier in the game. Oh, he's going to play Mikami instead. Fair enough. And then put a Free Eyes on him. Move Matsuda off of Yellow Box, probably. Oh, he is going to put him at Task Force. Interesting. Ora plus Fake Death, so it's going to be Ora probably just on Iggy. Yeah. Unfortunate that he didn't pull Restoration there, but it was a very low chance of getting it. Maybe one day Egg will get a kill on Jotaro. Maybe one day. Big discard is going to trigger Misinfo, which is a horrible time for Lark to get it, especially when Imprison is still out. Following that, he's going to Fate and get double complications. So yeah, just going to get rid of the Shinigami Eyes. Not really much else to do there. Not necessarily a whiff, but a bit of a weak one for sure. And Inya the Hag, a little too late to have a lot of strength. We're going to see Egg get Terrence out, so covering the Middle East just became a lot weaker. And Kenny G is there to protect him from being discarded, which is unfortunate for Lark. Lark is going to go over to Yellow Box. Discarding Desperate Gambits that he can't use. He just doesn't have the schemes he needs in hand, unfortunately. He's going to get Kiyomi out. This is really going to help him draw into said schemes. He's got 2 double plays open to potentially open himself up later. Could just Ora Devo the Curse here, keep Jotaro there even longer, and that is what he's going to do. Putting Joseph there makes more sense, because now he has to use Devo for Joseph or get a Clash to work. I could still understand the Ora play, but I think that is the better one. Egg is going to go straight over to Japan, do a Trivial Matter. Use Forever. He's going to play Cameo. Cameo's a pretty good get here. Gets him some more card draw. Gets him further in there, and then he gets to Fate Lark again. He's going to try and figure out what these 2 cards are. I don't know what they are. Is Nier in here? Have we hit the... Nier was reshuffled, right? Is it Nier and someone else that I can't think of? It might be an accusation. I'm not sure. When was the last time we saw Ide? It might be Ide. He's going to multi-Fate Nier. And then he gets to just swap. Yeah, he gets to do the swap here. Hit Lark with yet another funny. This has been a very funny... Light is the character who can get hit with this, the funny, as we call it. Cover the top Fate, put the opponent at the bottom Fate maneuver. Light basically pioneered this being a possibility. We're going to see Lark gain 3, spin 2 on 2 schemes, and then immediately just discard them for Imprisoned. And he does get to kill Nier, because he has Nier's name, so that opens that back up. Egg going back over to Egypt. Must not like his hand very much. Big discard there. I think he discarded 4 cards, because he had gotten draw from Cameo. Then a Road Roller on Joseph, which puts him at 0, so it's a free Vanquish. Followed by a Fate. He's multiing again. This time it's Aizawa, and he's going to use Aizawa to move a hero, probably also onto Yellow Box, just to really stack it, but he might just be looking to cover one of the other locations. He is just going to move L in the end, which I think is a fair call. I think he was debating if he wanted to turn off Kiyomi or Mikami there, potentially. Well, Lark could have a pretty good turn at Task Force here, depending on what his hand looks like. He is going to go to Task Force. Move Chief Yagami to be able to do some other movement later on. I thought he was fading. That's just Egg looking at his discard and whatnot. Lark is going to throw down a Kira Cult and a free Shinigami Eyes on Kiyomi. Still has never triggered Joy and Fear, which is incredible. That is so funny. What a weird game. A Fake Death and a Found You Dio here. I think Avdol or Iggy, one is in here. Oh, he's going to do the Fake Death on Iggy instead of covering the top Fate. He just wants to keep Jotaro there even longer. That also turns off Devo's ability until Iggy is dead. So this is a battle of attrition. I'm amazed this game has only been going on for about 18 minutes. It feels so much longer. So much longer. It's going to trigger the Kira Cult, so Lark is going to use it to move Chief Yagami, which also moves L. We're going to see Egg just play I Can Feel Them to gain a power. And he immediately got Nier again, which is very annoying for Lark because some moving shenanigans are going to happen. No one really at Yellow Box to try and match up there more, though, which is nice. Going to swap Kiyomi and... What? That's not how swapping works. Yeah. That's not how that works. You don't just get to move 2 people. You have to swap 2 people. What is going on here? This is a very simple concept. Just swap Kiyomi and Yagami. It'll be fun. Kiyomi. And Matsuda. Sure, whatever. Gets the job done. And that's the end of Egg's turn. Maybe. It is. All right. Lark, what are we doing here? Still only at 3 names. I remember when he was at 4. It feels so long ago. He's going to go to Light's apartment and move over Kiyomi, and then he's going to throw down Rem to potentially clear out Aizawa later. Threatening the name token here, so obviously Egg is going to go straight over to Egypt. In response, he's going to play another I Can Feel Them to gain 1. Discard the world and spend 3 power, along with even more discarding to get rid of Star Platinum finally. Unlikely to come back anytime soon. Several fates away. And he's going to get prison again. I think this is the 3rd time Lark will be going to prison. Thankfully, he does not have to use the Shinigami Eyes when he moves to them, so if he has the schemes, which I'm not sure if he does, he can go to Task Force to get rid of them. And he can use Rem to open up here. I think I've learned now that this matchup is a slog. Both of these characters are so strong at fading and just keeping each other progress starved. Gonna throw down a Cura Cult. I hope he has another scheme to immediately play because, oh no, he's gonna play Patient Plotting. Why? Just to get it out of his hand that badly? Because it can't, there's no way it can trigger. Must not have had another scheme. He's gonna get Avdol, and What a Pain here. What a Pain actually isn't like the worst thing ever, to be honest, but probably wants Avdol to block stuff up instead. Indeed, Avdol is gonna go to Egypt and hold that down. Try and stop that fate pressure just a little bit. Oh, no, changing his mind. No, we're still going with the long fate slog and only blocking objective locations. Egg was moving up Avdol a bit because he has Terrence, so he can use his abilities there. We're going to see Zawirldo. Also, that triggers Kira Cult. Just going to move Chief Yagami back into position. Light is almost low enough on power that Joy and Fear can trigger, and that legitimately could be the game changer. Another The World, and this time gaining 3 with it. And then using Terrence to play another card. So this is going to get him to 4 card plays, so he'll be able to clash Avdol. He's going to play Captain Tennille over there, and then clash Avdol to end his turn. Thinking harder about it. He played World, Trivial, thanks to Terrence, and then Trivial Matter into Ally. Yep, that's 4. So there goes Avdol. And Lark is without any schemes, which he desperately needs to get out of the joint yet again. Gonna see Lark discard a lot of really good cards, unfortunately. His deck ordering for these Imprisons have not been good. He's gonna get to kill Nier here, which is nice. Mostly just so that Imprison doesn't come back sooner, because that's another card in the deck to be played. I think Lark is checking what schemes he can even draw at this point. We're going to see him Fate. Have both of these characters gone through like a full reshuffle? Putting Polnareff at Egypt, once again, just trying to stop the Fate pressure a little bit. And he does get to kill Nier. If he drew into 2 schemes, he can... Oh, we're going to see Terrence moved so that Egg can do the Fate. He's going to get Watari here. Block up Task Force, so that gets rid of the double play, so now Lark can't immediately play 2 schemes. And then using Tennille, and I think that was Cameo, to kill Iggy with the Vanquish, which turns back on Devo's ability, and that is the end of his turn. And we're back over to Lark. I feel like I've aged during this game. Lark is going to go to Yagami Residence. And, oh, he played Battle of Wits. I thought he ended his turn. I was like, what? No, he played Battle of Wits. Battle of Wits is very safe. There's nothing that Egg can do to trigger this that won't subsequently give Lark 2 more schemes. Also, the only way that Egg could trigger it right now is by playing Menacing Presence, I think, because both Joy and Fears are still in play. Egg was at 6 power before he went to Middle East. He only just now got to 9, so it still has yet to trigger. Although I think it's finally about to, which could be a major game changer, potentially. We're going to see a Vampirism for 3, so maybe the Joy and Fear won't trigger for a bit longer. And that is just enough to get that first kill on Jotaro and move him over to South Asia, so Jotaro is finally on the move. Going to see a reshuffle from Egg here. Cameo, Chaka, and ZZ. Or Z2 if it works like Code Geass, I'm not sure. He's just going to throw out Cameo, get another 3 draw, and set up another 2 Strengther at Jotaro's location. And what is Lark going to do here? He's going to go over to Yellow Box, gain 1, play a scheme, and get out of this, apparently. Or presumably is what I meant to say there. And indeed he is, so that gets rid of that. He can kill Watari this turn, which will open up his Shinigami Eyes. Discarding God of the New World. Was he guaranteed to... He might have been guaranteed to reshuffle there anyway. He is going to be... He was guaranteed to reshuffle because he was going to draw 2 cards. He only has 1 left in his deck once he does the kill on Kiyomi. And then he got an aura there and just killed Terrence because he's sick and tired of Terrence, which I greatly understand. Egg is going to go over to Japan. He wants to stop the Shinigami Eyes. He's going to do a Trivial Matter. That's a very strong Enya the Hag right now, I believe. I think Enya is at like 4 strength or something, 4 or 5 strength right now, which is incredible. Lark really needs to force a reshuffle before anything can happen there. Oh, that sucks for Lark. Accusation was pretty much the perfect fate there, so now Lark cannot fate. And Enya is super strong at the moment. What is Palk doing with a... What was that? We're going to see Lark go over to Yagami Residence. What is this? Oh, he's playing a Shinigami Eye for free on Mikami, so he's set up to get 2 names here. Although I think the odds are pretty high. Oh, no, he can't unless he Vampirisms out Terrence. Getting 2 names here would be huge for Lark, especially if one of them is Matsuda. If one of them is Matsuda, it is massive. He's also going to throw down Ryuk. So he's got options for Ryuk later. Joy and Fear still not triggering. Egg is going to Egypt. He must have Vampirism or something similar to try and open it up. He's going to the World to try and get it. Well, now he doesn't have enough to play Terrence. I don't know if there's any way he can open this Fate now. A Trivial Matter that gives him something strong enough to punch Polnareff could do it. No, he's going to play Menacing Presence. He gets the kill on Jotaro. Polnareff is at 4. I don't think he can't clash him. Interesting. I wonder why he decided to do that at Egypt instead of doing it at the Middle East. Lark is going to get 2 names with Shinigami Eyes here. Going to give him L and Mogi. And he can move Ryuk into one of these 2 if he wants to get an eye right back. No, he's going to move Yagami to open that up. That makes a lot more sense because he didn't get Matsuda's name. And then he's going to play Misa, immediate move Ryuk, and set up an eye over there. So, and he had a Patient Plotting. Oh man, what a turn from Lark. He's checking if he wants to multi-fate here. He doesn't. He wants to full fate. Found You Dio is honestly perfect here. And Kakyoin would have been a fine play as well, all things considered. Probably Found You Dio, maybe even Joseph, but probably one of the 4 strengthers to Polnareff. It's going to be Iggy over to Polnareff. No, deciding Avdol instead? No, he did decide to go with Joseph. Joseph is very annoying, really messes with Egg's draw. Also, it leaves the 4 strengthers in there as an option for Lark to just pull on his fates anyway. An incredibly strong turn from Lark. That's the kind of turn that can just, like, change the entire state of the game, more or less. Oh, and Mogi died, right. Mello is pretty good here. Just kill Misa and cover the top fate. That was a 66% chance, very unlikely that Lark could have avoided it. He is going to get the Patient Plotting, though, and he has a lot of power in his double play open, so he could make some major plays. Or he could even go to Light's Apartment, move Yagami into place, and do some social manipulation plays. He's got a Matsuda kill here, which is great. He can really clear out his territory. If he has a delete or something similar, or maybe even the Death Note to play, does he have the Death Note in hand? He can get rid of Mello and Matsuda here and really, really turn this game in his favor. He does, so that'll kill Matsuda and Mello. Very, very strong play. He's going to throw down a Paranoid Prep to get some more hand movement going. He kills Matsuda and Mello between his ability and the Death Note. Kiyomi is still letting him draw up to 5. He's still not triggering Joy and Fear. We had a really long period of just a war of attrition, and it seemed like Egg was taking the lead a little bit when he started to get his Jotaro kills, but now his territory is in a really rough spot without, like, hardly anything out that can super help him at the moment with it. He's going to throw down Dio's Coffin and do some discarding. His hand probably sucked, and he wants to be able to see what this top card is whenever he wants and potentially just play from Japan instead of needing Trivial Matter. But now Egg is in a bit of a rough spot, and Lark has caught up and even surpassed his amount of progress, I would say, pretty quickly. He has a much stronger territory setup, and, I mean, it's hard to quantify, like, the objective progress between 8 name tokens and killing Jotaro, but I would say that Light is in a much better position for completing his objective right now than Jotaro is. Really, Lark just needs to draw into some social benips or desperate gambits. We're going to see Abdal thrown down at Middle East, going to make Jotaro that much harder to kill. And then there's a desperate gambit. That gets him up to 7. He's just 1 name to go. That's Ide. He's going to put Ide there and then probably move Mikami over there, or also the apartment works too. Turn off Mikami's ability, as well as turn off the Death Note. Ide is the one name that Lark doesn't have, so he doesn't get to kill Ide here. He's going to move Chief Yagami to open up Mikami, actually. Oh, and then he had Social Manip. I didn't realize he still had a play a card left, so that'll put him in Showdown and then Death Note kill Ide. I did not realize that he still had one more play a card there. He was way closer to getting to his objective than I realized. Didn't I literally say desperate gambit and social manipulation nonsense? This is absolutely Lark's game to lose. He's going to go for a Fate. He's going to get Ide and Nier here. Play Ide and then move Mikami somewhere annoying. I'm not really sure there's much this Fate can do here that would be super impactful, to be honest. Lark is in a very strong position. This does stop. I don't think there's any combination where... Oh, Lark does get to use Paranoid Prep. I don't think there's any combination here where Lark can, like, use Rem to get the kills he needs with Mikami here and the only move action available here. Lark did not use that Paranoid Prep. He must have a good hand. He's going to go over to Yellow Box, which will trigger Menacing Presence. Oh, he's thinking twice about it. What does Lark have here? He's going to go to Yagami, not going to trigger the Menacing Presence. Game 3, he's going to throw down Rem, get Rem ready. Oh, he's got a delete, but he's discarding it, not using it? He's playing Patient Plotting and Misinfo instead. Ah, he's killing Ide and then using his ability to kill Ide, Death Note to kill L. He's got the Patient Plotting set up, and it doesn't look like Egg has any way of fading. He has no way of getting Terrence out. So this basically guarantees the game then. Lark will use Patient Plotting to get L's name and then kill him on his next turn, no matter where he goes or what he does. Egg did get Terrence back out, but not at the right location. He didn't have the power for it, unfortunately. But he does get to do another play with Nukasaku now. I think he can use knives to kill Joseph if he wants, but this game is over. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Lark gets L's name from Patient Plotting, and then he moves anywhere, and Death Note is here, so. Social Manip, just to style, just to have fun with it. And then L dies, and that is game for Lark. So that is going to be 1-1, a win for Egg and a win for Lark. We're going to a game 3 in the semifinals, ladies and gentlemen, which is great for the content. A little bad for me, actually, because I'm already late for my stream. But, you know, Annaville needs must. So we're going to get right into it, I think. We are indeed. Egg is going to be the starting player, so he gets to ban first. He's going to ban Light. He got a taste of Lark's Light, and he was like, yeah, everyone else was right. You do need to ban Light against Lark. It's just that good. Who is Lark banning? His hand isn't moving. He might have had to have stepped away. Oh, nope, he's back. All right, I don't think I'm going to need a jump cut there, thankfully. Probably just had to look at something for a second. He's going to ban Dio. They're just banning what they just played each time, which I respect. Now, Lark won, so he has to let Egg counterpick him. Who is Lark going to choose? I'm not sure who Lark would want to pick into a counterpick. I'm not sure what his go-to is there. I actually want to say it might be Cell, which is Egg's go-to for, like, everything. Oh, Lark is randoming out of 2 and then picking one? He's gonna play Gendo. He's gonna play Gendo. Egg famously does not like playing against Gendo at all, and Egg will just be playing Cell, another Battle Begins classic. As someone who plays a lot of Egg and Cell, a lot of Egg. I don't play a lot of Egg. I play against Egg sometimes. But as someone who plays a lot of Gendo and Cell is what I meant to say. I feel like this matchup does favor Gendo at least a little bit, but I've definitely seen Cell win it. And Cell does get to go first here, which is pretty nice. Lark is going to mulligan his starting forehand and then draw 8. We're getting right into this. So going first, although going first against Gendo isn't a huge help. It can be, but it's not a huge help. But here we go with game 3. Egg is going to go straight over to Carnivale. Gain 1 and do a Fate. He must have a hand he really wants to discard on. Turn 1 committee meeting is pretty good to get on Gendo. He's going to spend 1 to Explosive Coerce. Bug Drone! Just discard the Perfect Barrier and then probably discard some other cards. He is indeed just going to ditch some others. And that'll be his turn. Lark, probably going to see Lark go to Nerve HQ. No, he is actually going to go to Terminal Dogma. He must really hate his hand. Discarding Kozo and Horrible Truth. And a Nerve Artillery. And Ava 01. Robots really don't do much for you early. It's better, I feel, to discard them fast and then go for Ava Cage unless you have a kid you can play. Discarding 4 cards and then drawing 1. He wants to get Committee Meeting out immediately because he knows how much of a hassle it can be later in the game. Egg is going to get down his Bug Drone and throw out a Recon and follow with another Full Fate. That's a whiff. This is why Gendo is really good against characters that like to focus on Fate pressure, like Gendo. This is a very safe Ray now that Betrayal is passed as well. Lark doesn't have to worry about it. He's going to get Goku. He's going to cover Arena. Gendo can really deal with Fate pressure, but you also don't want to... Oh, we're going to see a Multiform play, and he's going to move Bug Drone in to recoup the power from Multiform and weaken Goku. You do still want to be able to slow down the Fate pressure of your opponent as Gendo, though, because you don't want your opponent to just be able to loop your Fate deck easily. Lark is going to get a Nerve Tank and an Ava Cage out in his turn. He's playing super fast. He knows the Gendo flowchart. He knows the Gendo flowchart very well. Egg is going to discard a lot and go for a Fate. Considering a multi here? No, he's full fading. Red alert. That is 1 too many Fate cards. Or Angel cards. Angel cards are Fate cards, basically. He thought he had Heart of the Cards out. That's silly, man. Armisail is very annoying. Seeing a 5-strength throw early is annoying because it's likely to move fast and mess up your territory wall out before you can third impact it. And also it means that Fruit of Life now has a target to put a 5-strengther back on top of the Angel deck, which Gendo doesn't like. I was about to say, I think that Lark is one of the people who doesn't really like Misato as a card, and so you just immediately discarded her. Was he changing? He heard me say that? Oh, he's activating the Ava Cage and then playing Ava 01 onto Ray instead. Cringe, as the kids say. Following up with the Fate. Well, you know, gets Goku back to 4, but that is pretty unfortunate. Bad Senzu being pulled. Time Chamber only has 1 target. You don't love to see it. We're going to see Egg go gain 4 with Regen and then gain 3 following that from the location. And he's getting his first Android out. 18 is over at the Carnival with a Multiform setup to start hitting her. Armisail also moved 1. That'll be his turn. What is Lark going to do here? Probably keep some Fate pressure at Tokyo 3 since he can't double play at Nerve HQ. Yeah, he's going to gain and spend 1 on Ritsuko. I'm the only one on QA who doesn't focus on Ritsuko. I focus on Misato more. And I like Kozo. We're going to get a Tien here. Putting Tien into where he can easily be killed, but also messing up Cell's ability to do movement or play cards. Very strong play by Lark, I would say. And Armisail did move again. Egg is going to Special Beam Tien here. You don't love losing Special Beam to a situation like that instead of getting to kill, say, Goku with it after weakening him a bit. But it does. He also gets an Appeal to Pride out, which is pretty good. It's not likely to go off anytime soon because Committee Meeting and Betrayal have both passed, but it'll sit there for a long time and more than likely eventually trigger. He also got Android 18 down 1, which is great. Lark is going to head over to Nerve HQ. We've only seen one Red Alert pass. There are still 2 out of these 9 cards. He's going to go to Terminal Dogma. This makes a lot of sense. He wants to use Terminal Dogma one more time before Armisail covers it, because he won't be getting it back until he 3rd impacts. And he's not going to 3rd impact until he's ready to play Adam. So he's going to Fruit of Knowledge, get rid of a ton of stuff there, probably just digging to Adam in the first place. And he's going to Fate. Recon doesn't trigger there because it wasn't discarding effect from hands. Double Crippling Blow, it's the 2nd time we've seen that Fate. We've seen that Fate like 4 times in this tournament. I swear to you, I have never seen this Fate happen as much as I've seen it happen in this tournament. Cell's going to go over to Gingertown, gain some power between disappearances and the location itself, move Multiform over, do some discarding. He can really afford to like jump between Tropical and Gingertown because he's against Gendo, which is one of the benefits of going against Gendo. We're going to see Lark go to Nerve HQ here, not as worried about Fate pressure now, with Terminal Dogma covered especially. He just wants to focus on getting his setup done so that he can get Adam out when he's ready and start doing some killing. And there is Asuka in the correct Ava. I don't know if we saw Sync Failed pass earlier, but Sync Failed is the only thing that's really worrying for Egg right now. He is just completely not worrying at all about Fate pressure on Gendo, which might come back to bite him. But this was a very strong turn, so I can't blame him. That was a very, very good turn. Super weakening them and getting the other android out. Lark, there's a good chance he's got 3rd impact and Adam ready to go in his hand, and he's very set up to start killing. I don't know if we ever saw the 2nd Horrible Truth. We know he discarded the 1st one super early. Oh, Purpose of Nerve triggered at some point, I think. Or something. Oh, he's going to play Adam here. Fair enough. Playing Adam before the 3rd impact. Interesting. Lark's going to get Vegeta, throw him down at Arena to just very much lock it down. He really wants Cell's Fates locked down now. Also, I understand now why he's doing it this way. Because now if Egg Fates him, because Egg really wants to go to 18's location right now, if Egg pulls a Red Alert, it might actually be game deciding words. Definitely a multi here. Yeah, Egg is typing to say that he's multiing. If he pulls a Red Alert here, it could be catastrophic. He got an AT field, which isn't going to do anything because 3rd impact. But he is going to get into semi-perfect, so this game, it's going to go really fast. It's going to go really quick. Egg is in position to just kill 17 and enter Showdown, but Goku and Vegeta are both out, and Lark has Adam in play. He's going to play Sector Lockdown. Ooh, that's scary. Does he not have 3rd impact? Oh, he doesn't have 3rd impact. That's really bad for Lark, actually. Not having 3rd impact here is actually a huge deal because it means he has to go one more turn before he can start killing. Sector Lockdown is not a card that often sees play, but it is very strong when Gendo can afford to use it. But Lark is not really at a surplus of power right now, so it's going to be difficult for him to do. But he's guaranteeing himself 3rd impact right now, thanks to the Fruit of Knowledge, so he can go to Tokyo 3, 3rd impact, and Fate. Gonna see a supercomputer, unnecessary multiform, but why not, I guess. Probably should have bug drone, to be honest. But that'll get rid of him, and that's gonna put Egg into Showdown. Lark does not have a token yet, but out of 8 Fate cards, only 2 of them are Red Alerts, and Lark's territory is very clean at the moment. Although, a lot of these Fates are gonna be mass production Avas. Oh, that's not where that goes. You have to reshuffle and then keep playing before you do the time chamber. You need one more hero, bud. Mr. Satan. Unfortunate for Lark. Fortunate for Egg, though. Pretty weak Cell games, all things considered, but that's because Goku and Vegeta are already out. Although now, he didn't get to play Gohan, so Lark is going to get to play Gohan to Arena, and if he pulls Gohan, and if Lark gets him... Oh, Lark is going to Command Center here and 3rd impacting. Interesting. I'm surprised he wouldn't go Fate 3rd impact and then let himself move here next turn. Oh, he's going to activate Sector Lockdown instead. He just really wants to slow down Egg getting through his Fate deck, so Egg only gets to reveal 1 card here. And it is a mass production Ava, so Egg can stop Lark's Fate pressure, at least. This is a very interesting, but I would say clever tactic from Lark. The problem is that there are 2 Red Alerts in here, though. But as long as Lark can keep Arena locked down, This could go really in his favor. We're going to see him get the first token here. I'm really interested in how this game is going to go. As usual for Gendo, it's going to come down to where the... I hope he's got a horrible truth right now. It's going to come down to where the tokens fall. Or not the tokens, where the red alerts fall. But, moving Asuka? Oh, moving Ray. Sachiel is going to move here if he doesn't kill him. What is Lark playing? Purpose of Nerve makes sense. Very likely to trigger. Gonna get a Fate. Really wants to see Gohan quick. Yep, Gohan there. Bad Tien timing, unfortunately, but Gohan is really good here. Probably just throw him in Arena. No, he's gonna Tien and force Egg to Fate him again at Carnival. Interesting. I'm not sure what Lark's strategy is here. He's actually going to put Tien at Arena instead so that it's held down even more by heroes. It would take a special beam, like, only Clash and play card. He wouldn't be able to Fate to clean this up right now for Egg. That is the end of Lark's turn. Lark really needs to get to his horrible truths fast. Egg is going to play Time Machine. Get a Kamehameha back. He has plenty of power for it. He really just wants to get as many kills as fast as he can. Discarding a bunch of garbage he doesn't need. And probably just full Fate here. No, he's going to multi again. He got another mass production. A little surprised he wouldn't full Fate to try and, because with knowing third impact is fairly far away from being gotten again. We're going to see the Sachiel kill here. Is Lark going to do the classic Ava Cage and then just spin one to replay? No, he's going to activate Sector Lockdown again. There's like no way Egg can Fate though, so why would he do that? I think Lark is realizing that and undoing that play. Instead, he's activating back Ava Cage. He's using Ava Cage to... He's activating it to get Ava 01 back. Yeah, there's really no point in using Sector Lockdown here. I don't think there's any way that Egg can Fate on this turn. He's going to throw down a Nerve Tank to deal with those mass production Ava at some point. Egg is going to go to Arena. Does he have Special Beam? Can he kill all three of them this turn? Hits Tien with the Special Beam and then clashes Vegeta. Oh no, he's going to Kamehameha, actually. And Kamehameha will let him Fate here, actually. I'm just kind of surprised he would do that instead of rushing his objective. I feel like it probably would have been better to Kamehameha like Vegeta and Trunks here, or maybe even Piccolo. Sync failed is really unfortunate. This is looking really good. We might see Egg cause an upset here and knock out last year's champion. There are 2 red alerts in those 4 cards, so unless... Oh, did he play another Kamehameha? Now it's just Piccolo? Wow, he's got win on board. He has got win on board. I do not think Lark is going to be able to bring this back. Yeah, he doesn't gain that one, actually, because Adam is going to play an Angel there. What an ugly Angel. Going to move Ray back into position at Tokyo 3. He's going to Horrible Truth. He's going to hit the Ava Cage, actually, for it. I think you did that wrong. You're supposed to use Ray there, not... Oh, no, he did. Yeah, but you were supposed to use Ray, not Asuka. Wow, double crippling blow. A whiffed Fate. That's probably game. I mean, I'm almost certain that's game. Yeah, that does it. That's game. Egg wins. Egg is going to move on to the finals. Incredible. What an upset in the semifinals for Lark to get knocked out. And that means that Egg will be going to the finals, while Lark will be going to have a 3rd place match. So yeah, let's go look at the bracket and see how that looks. And so with that, Egg manages to defeat Lark and move on to the finals, where he will be facing Butter King for the crown of 2024 in a best-of-5 match. Very much looking forward to seeing how that game goes down. We'll also be having a 3rd place match between our QA members Falchion and Lark very soon. We're going to do the 3rd place match, then the finals. So you'll be seeing both of those videos very, very soon on the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you're excited for the thrilling conclusion of this year's tournament arc. Until then, farewell.